And when you log in to Postalytics, the first thing that you're going to see is a big, bright dashboard that shows you everything that you've done, all the campaigns that you've sent, what's happened after you sent, from a delivery standpoint and a response standpoint. So how are we doing this? How are we actually tracking what happens after you send? Well, the first step is that we and our print partners take advantage of a little known feature from the US Postal Service called Intelligent Mail Barcode. And what happens with Intelligent Mail Barcode, when it's implemented by a printer, is that the Postal Service will scan each piece of mail as it rolls through their delivery process. So what we do is we associate each piece of mail back to a contact record. And so as those scans happen, we're getting continual updates from the Postal Service on exactly what is happening to your mail. Where is it in the delivery process? The final scan from the Postal Service is in the local post office the day before delivery. We capture that, and we're able to actually synchronize this data back to your CRM. So if you pull a record, pull a list out of HubSpot, or you're triggering a campaign out of HubSpot or Salesforce or any of the others, you're able to know back in your contact record that a piece of mail has been delivered. You're then able to report on that. You're able to use that data to trigger other things, such as an email or a phone call from a rep. And it's all being stored in that one central place where you're trying to keep all the information about your customers and your prospects, right? No more data silos. Direct mail is not this thing hanging off the side anymore. It's incorporated back into exactly what you use. From a response standpoint, well, how are we going to know who's gone online? There's a whole bunch of different techniques. We've got a tremendous amount of experience in deploying something called personalized URLs. And this is another technique that the largest, most sophisticated mailers have traditionally used to measure the response, the online response to direct mail. So it's a pretty sophisticated software that is pretty expensive, that is typically deployed with big campaigns. We've bundled it into Postalytics, so it's free. You can deploy an unlimited number of pearls. And so what happens is every person in the campaign gets a unique URL to respond to, and then they get redirected over to any landing page system that you want, whether you've got HubSpot landing pages or WordPress or Unbounce or any of those tools. And we're able to track exactly what happens to each person as they roll through those pages. And so we capture all of that, bring it back into a dashboard, and again, sync it back into HubSpot or Salesforce or your other CRMs. So we've got lots of great data here that we present on what's happening in your account,